10 Most Valuable Cookie Jars, Value and Price Guide. Very few kitchen items warm the heart like cookie jars. From their beautiful and colorful designs, to the promise of delivering a delicious treat, there are many reasons to love the cookie jars. These days, there is another reason to love the cookie jars: they have become valuable collectibles. That simple cookie jar can fetch you a lot of money. In this article, we'll show you 10 of the most valuable cookie jars and their prices. We'll also tell you alternate uses of cookie jars, where you can buy vintage cookie jars, and what to look out for when buying so as to get valuable cookie jars. The 10 most valuable cookie jars. 1. Signed and numbered McCoy Mammy Cookie Jar. Brand, McCoy. Year, 1940. Price, $250. This is one of the Mammy jars produced by McCoy Pottery. The timeless design features a red-haired big black woman with a spacious flowing blue dress. At the bottom of the dress, going from the front to back, is the words, "Dem cookies sure am good." This traces the date of this McCoy Mammy cookie jar to the mid-1940s. This is because those words started appearing on McCoy cookie jars in 1944, and didn't feature again after 1946. At the bottom of this Mammy jar is the evidence that this is a treasure. You'll find that it is a signed and numbered original. This Mammy cookie jar evokes memories of our loving grandmoms. Being a very special one, it will fetch you good dollars as it is priced at $250. 2. Vintage McCoy Horse-Drawn Stagecoach Cookie Jar. Brand, McCoy. Year, 1940. Price, $254. This McCoy cookie jar comes with a very rare design. It's an all-white horse-drawn stagecoach complete with a rider on top donning a red coat and a black hat. Measuring 10h x 11l x 4.9w inches, it'll sit well on your display unit. With its ivory color, this McCoy most probably was made in the late 1940s. The oldie vehicle will evoke memories of the good old days. If you get it, it will not only bring good memories, it can also bring you a good summer of money. It is valued at over $250. 3. McCoy Colby Black Cat Cookie Jar. Brand, McCoy. Year, 1960. Price, $350. With this cookie jar, McCoy introduces us to Colby the cat. This is one of those felines that you cannot but fall in love with. Almost all black, but for the gold trims on the paws and whiskers, Colby spots a menacing look. Yet, its big round eyes have a softness that is endearing. Another thing to love about this piece is that it is marked USA, showing that it is an authentic McCoy. Also, it is a very rare piece, hence valuable. Standing at about 12 long and 6 wide, the McCoy Colby Black Cat Cookie Jar has an impressive size. Importantly, it commands an impressive fee, as it is priced at approximately $350. 4. Mid-Century Baitasai Face Figural 95/643 Cookie Jar. Brand, Rimini Baitasai. Year, 1950. Price, $795. This Baitasai Face Figural Cookie Jar is an example of fine Italian pottery. It comes with a delightfully quirky design of a mid-century figurine. It is from the Rimini blue line, which are characterized by a dark yet bright blue hue with a rough-looking surface. This Baitasai cookie jar is impressive, standing at 10.5h x 6.5w inches. Its beautiful design makes items more than a cookie jar. It will also pass as an ornamental vase. This stunning piece is an authentic Baitasai. Flipping it over, you'll find that it has the markings 95/643 and Italy. This indicates that it is one of the original Aldo Landi designs, and that it was made in the 1950s. This also tells you that it was handcrafted, meaning that there is none like it anywhere else in the world. All of these makes the Baitasai Face Figural Cookie Jar very rare and valuable. It is priced at $795. 5. Metlocks Humpty Dumpty Cookie Jar. Brand, Metlocks. Year, 1970. Price, $900. This Humpty Dumpty cookie jar is produced by Metlock's Pottery. The design is inspired by the fictional egg character Humpty Dumpty in the popular English nursery rhyme. So this cookie jar is egg-shaped, with a small round protrusion for the nose. The design has the pink-cheeked Humpty Dumpty in a peaceful sleep. A slight tweak sees the lid extend out, giving the egg figure the appearance of wearing a hat. Every Metlock's cookie jar is vintage, as the company closed shop in 1989. The Humpty Dumpty cookie jar is even farther back, as it can be traced to the 1970s. This rare piece is very valuable as it is priced at $900. 6. McCoy Uncle Sam Hat Cookie Jar. Brand, McCoy. Year, 1973. Price, $1,000. This Uncle Sam Hat cookie jar was the clear choice for those who wanted to identify with American culture, or those feeling particularly patriotic. Uncle Sam is the nickname that has stuck with the United States since 1813. So, the Uncle Sam hat is simply a hat with the colors of the American flag. So, the Uncle Sam hat cookie jar comes with a simple hat design, and bears the colors of the U.S. flag. Its straightforward design and its 8 by 6 inches dimensions give this cookie jar relatively more storage space than most jars of the same size. The cookie jar was produced in 1973. It would appear that not many were produced or bought back then because it is very hard to find today. That's a good thing for the lucky few who can find one, because it is priced at $1,000. 7. McCoy Davy Crockett Cookie Jar. Brand, McCoy. Year, 1957. Price, $1,200. This beautiful McCoy Davy Crockett cookie jar is a tribute to the American folk hero, David Crockett. By design, the cookie jar is a portrait bust of Davy Crockett. That is, a crafted representation of the head of the legend. The representation is complete with the coonskin hat that has been associated with Davy Crockett. What is obviously the raccoon tail pours down at the right side of the head. Standing at about 10 inches, and boasting earth tones, this McCoy can be traced to 1957. It's not just the detailing that makes this cookie jar special. The piece is an original, and properly marked, with USA at the bottom. Also, it's a very rare piece. For these reasons, it comes with a steep price, $1,200. Know that picking cookies from this jar will feel like picking the brains of the legendary statesman, drawing inspiration from him. 8. Hopalong Cassidy and Horse Topper Cookie Jar. Brand, The Gallery of Cowboy Heroes. Year, 1994. Price, $1,500. This exquisite cookie jar was handcrafted by Don Winton, who is a renowned sculptor responsible for crafting many famous trophies, awards, and busts, including the Emmy Award, the Academy of Country Music Award, and the prestigious basketball John Wooden Award. This cookie jar will resonate with cowboy lovers. Produced in 1994, the design is of the fictional cowboy hero, Hopalong Cassidy, and his white horse named Topper. The detailed design has Cassidy donning his black cowboy hat, holding his pistol with his right hand while holding in his left hand the rope securing Topper. This Hopalong Cassidy and Topper cookie jar is a special piece. At the bottom, you'll find that it is one in a limited edition, number 454 out of 500. So, it's hard to find. Additionally, it is in excellent condition. 9. Vintage Lefton Pink Poodle Chef Cookie Jar. Brand, Lefton. Year, 1950. Price, $1,500. This Lefton Poodle Chef cookie jar is a classic anthropomorphic cookie jar. Using a dog theme, this beautiful design has a cute poodle as a chef, with a little white chef's hat on its golden curly mane. The girly eyelashes and the pink tones of the cookie jar leaves no question as to what gender they were targeted. The Poodle Chef cookie jar is marked Japan, as it is one of those made-in-Japan cookie jars sold by Lefton. It was manufactured in the 1950s. With dimensions of 8.5 h x 7 l x 7.25 w inches, the Poodle Chef cookie jar is a very portable piece. It is also one of the most valuable cookie jar you'll find. It is one of few vintage cookie jars that'll get you over $1,000, as it is priced at $1,500. 10. Brayton Laguna Accordion Woman Player Cookie Jar. Brand Brayton Laguna. Year, 1920. Price, $2,000. This Brayton Laguna Accordion Woman Player Cookie Jar is one of the most valuable out there. Brayton Laguna was the first pottery company licensed to produce figurines based on Walt Disney characters. While this woman accordion player is not a Walt Disney character, she is as exciting and endearing as the Walt Disneys. The delicate painting on her face makes her lovable. And there's the Disney-style flounce at the hem of her dress. The glazes that caress this cookie jar are of a beautiful turquoise. Overall, this is one beautiful piece to have. It's also one of the rarest pieces. It is priced at $2,000. That's sweet music to the ear if you can lay your hand on this musician-themed cookie jar. Alternative uses for cookie jars. The name, cookie jar, tells you that they are storage containers for cookies. However, they need not be only for keeping cookies. Cookie jars can be used to store other treats like sweats, pets' treats. In the kitchen, they can be used to store items like coffee, spices. In the laundry room, they can be used to store detergent, soaps. They can be used in the bathroom to store toothpaste, shower gels, wet napkins, cotton balls. In the house, they can be used as storage for art props, a piggy bank for saving spare change, a swear jar to drop a particular amount whenever a swear word is mistakenly used. Many of the alternate uses of the cookie jar will help you get organized and declutter spaces. However, it does much more than that. When used as a piggy bank, it helps you to be financially responsible because you'll be conscious of your spending and learn to save. When used as a swear jar, it helps people, especially children, to drop bad habits. This is because they'll be conscious of not using the banned swear words and laying the penalty. Where can I buy antique cookie jars? You can buy antique cookie jar from auctions, antique stores, flea markets, garage sales, and personal online selling platforms like eBay and Etsy. These vintage jars are usually no longer in production, and have found their ways into the hands of individual owners. In fact, most of them have been totally damaged, and only a few remain in good condition. What are old cookie jars worth? At one time, a vintage McCoy Red Squirrel cookie jar sold on eBay for $4,000. Nowadays, you'll find a lot of vintage cookie jars with prices ranging from just under $100 to well over $2,000. Antique cookie jars value. Like every other vintage product, the value of vintage cookie jars depend largely on whether it is authentic, how rare it is, and the condition it is in. Authenticity. It is only authentic vintage cookie jars that are valuable. If what you have is a fake, then its value is close to zero. Know that when it comes to cookie jars, there are many fakes out there. For example, there are close imitations passed on as original by Tassai pottery. Also, there are jars produced more recently passed on as very old. For most vintage cookie jars, you can determine authenticity by simply observing the markings on them, usually at the base. Depending on the brand, authentic cookie jars will have specially identifying marks. If there's no marking on your own when there should be, or if the marking on yours is different from what it should be, then it's most likely fake. Rarity. This follows the basic economic laws of supply. If more of a product is in supply, the lower price will fall, and vice versa. Thus, if a cookie jar is rare and hard to find, it'll be more valuable and command a higher fee. For the rarest vintage cookie jars, look out for limited editions. Only a few of these are produced. Those with relatively short production periods. Generally, the longer a product stays in production, the more of them are released into the market. Older pieces. Usually, the older a piece gets, the more likely it is to be damaged and lost. So, older pieces in good condition are usually rare and valuable. Condition. The condition of the cookie jar is also very important when it comes to valuation. Usually, collectors want them in pristine condition. So, a rare cookie jar in the condition it was when it was produced, excellent condition, will be extremely valuable. However, cookie jars do not have to be in pristine condition for them to be valuable. Descriptions of condition range from excellent, to very good, and to good. A cookie jar with paint loss, or scratches, or even chipped edges can still be valuable. However, when it comes with more serious damages like hairline cracks, its value drastically reduces. Conclusion. Vintage cookie jars are very valuable today. These include vintage pieces from Brayton Laguna, McCoy, Baitasai, Lefton, Metlocks, and more. Depending on the rarity and condition of your vintage cookie jar, you can get between $100 to $2,000 for it. One of the most valuable vintage cookie jars is the Brayton Laguna Accordion Woman Player Cookie Jar, which is priced at $2,000. Coming close are the Hopalong Cassadine Horse Topper Cookie Jar from Don Winton and the Lefton Pink Poodle Chef Cookie Jar, which are both priced at $1,500.